The Canada Pension Plan, or CPP for short, has long been a cornerstone of Canada's social security system, designed initially to provide financial support to retired and disabled individuals. Or established in 1965, the CPP is a contributory earnings-related pension plan that aims to ensure Canadians have a stable income during their retirement years. At least that was the goal back in 1965, but things have changed quite dramatically over the past 5 decades. The way it works is that Canadian workers and their employers contribute a percentage of their earnings on their paycheck to the CPP throughout their entire working lives, where these contributions create a pool of funds that is then invested to hopefully generate a positive return, ultimately funding the pensions of those who have contributed to it down the line. So I'm not going to call this a Ponzi scheme, but the basis of how it works definitely has some similarities, where the younger workers who are entering the workforce and contributing to the pension plan are essentially funding those who are now in retirement, and if there isn't enough capital coming in through the front door from the younger generation contributing to it, could ultimately face funding challenges at some point down the line. But that topic is highly debated by professionals. Now, when it comes to the faith Canadians actually have in the CPP's effectiveness, well, it's actually quite bleak, as with an aging population of Canadians now looking to cash out on their CPP contributions at a higher rate than ever before, 2 out of 3 Canadians aren't confident anymore that the CPP will even be around by the time they retire and would be taking advantage of this pension plan. And for the record, this is a struggle that many Western countries are contending with, considering the repercussions of the retirement wave among baby boomers, resulting in a diminished workforce for now of younger individuals. So in light of the CPP gradually drying up over the next few decades, potentially at least, well, the federal government needs to ensure that enough capital is still flowing towards the pension plan to make sure that this big machine doesn't come to a catastrophic collapse. And of course, how is this being reflected? You guessed it, increases in annual contributions deducted from your income. So let's actually take a look at how these changes will affect you moving forward. To give you a bit more context about how the CPP works, when individuals reach retirement age, they can apply for a retirement pension based on their contributions to the CPP, where the amount received by an individual is determined by the average earnings of that person during their working years. So, someone who made $50,000 their whole life is going to receive less CPP payments during retirement than someone who made, say, $150,000 annually throughout the course of their career, thus contributing more of their income to the pension plan. Now, when you do get to retire, normally at the age of 65, for now at least, the idea is that you get to reap the rewards of your contributions over decades of working life, where the CPP will pay you a regular income monthly that aims at replacing a certain percentage of your past average earnings for the rest of your life, as we just covered. So here's what contributions have looked like prior to 2024 and what they're now looking like on your paycheck. Previously, individuals earning above the base amount, which is currently set at $3,500, so you're paying into CPP if you make above $3,500, were required to contribute a fixed percentage of their income, capped up to a maximum amount. And last year's cap was $66,600. So you're paying a percentage of your income between that $3,500 and $66,600. And that experiences incremental adjustments annually, and self-employed individuals are obligated to cover both the employee and employer portions. Really great measures for people trying to make it on their own. It's not already hard enough. However, as of this year, the enhanced pension plan introduces 2 earning ceilings rather than just 1, to make sure that you're not only paying more marginal tax on your income the more money you make, but you're also paying more towards the pension plan. What's new? The first tier operates similarly to the previous system. Workers contribute a predetermined percentage of their earnings to the CPP up to a government-defined threshold. For 2024, that is going to stand at $68,500. Individuals earning this amount or less will witness no real alterations to to their existing contribution rates. But for individuals earning more than $68,500, a new second contribution level has been introduced, reaching a maximum of $73,200. So individuals falling into this category incur an additional 4% on their earnings within the $68,500 to $73,200 band of income there. In practical terms, for 2024, this translates to a maximum of $188 in extra payroll deductions, and overall, those who earn above $73,200 will contribute an additional $300 to CPP in 2024 compared to their previous contributions last year, considering the general contribution rate and this now new second tier. Now, the new second threshold will impact both employers and employees, as employers are obligated to match their workers' higher contributions as well. Employers have been navigating phased increases since 2019, experiencing contribution rate hikes for both workers and employers by almost a full percentage point between that year and 2023. And hey, it's even more brutal for freelancers or self-employed individuals who bear the responsibility of covering those two portions, meaning a now combined 11.9% for the first tier and 8% for the second tier. That is absolutely brutal. All right, so those are the CPP changes that have come into effect as of January 1st, 2024. And if you're someone who's far off from retirement, you're essentially paying more of your money every single month to hopefully see a return on that investment 20, 30, 40 years down the line, and that's if the official retirement age doesn't even get pushed back further, which, considering the fact that people are living longer and we're having deficits in the amount of money required for these types of programs, wouldn't be surprised if we see that that age pushed back even further. And by the way, if you were wondering, these CPP withdrawals themselves are actually abysmal considering how much we pay into them throughout the course of our lives. For example, as of 2024, the maximum amount of CPP that you can claim per year is $16,375, equivalent to $1,365 per month. And that's the maximum, where you would have had to have contributed to the CPP for 39 years to get the maximum. And the reality is that the average CPP payment in Canada right now is actually closer to $750 per month, or $9,000 per year, which we all know is nothing in this day and age living in Canada, and is one of the reasons why retirees who don't have a solid either private pension plan and also hopefully other investments as well are now going back to work at McDonald's and Walmart during old age. The increases in cost of living have far surpassed even the inflation adjusted CPP payments, and for the time being, new contributors are stuck paying more into the plan for years to come. The bottom line is that the reason why the CPP contribution rates are increasing and new secondary thresholds are being applied to your paycheck is because the average person is living longer into their 80s, and there are more people than ever in retirement age right now taking advantage of these CPP payments. So no matter how it's sliced, increases in contributions are to supplement the additional need for capital to project out the funding of the plan long term. And as with how most things go in Canada, it wouldn't surprise me again if we do also continue seeing higher and higher CPP thresholds over the next decades, along with increases in marginal tax rates for everything else in this country. So that covers the news on CPP. I'm personally pretending like it doesn't even exist, other than having to pay into it, of course, but not relying on it in any way, shape, or form for my actual retirement. And that's why I'm personally working on building out my own portfolio of stocks, exchange traded funds, and real estate, mainly to supplement my income while I'm still young, but then also build a large enough portfolio to sustain me during my retirement. If you want to learn more about real estate investing yourself, make sure to check out my course over on Udemy. It's always at a steal of a price, and you'll learn everything that I know about real estate investing and how I've acquired many doors by the age of 27. Additionally, if you want to learn more about stock market investing and creating your own portfolio for yourself and learn how to navigate the stock market, check out my totally free course over on Skillshare. Has over 1,800, I think it's almost at 2,000 students at this point. Once again, completely free for you to check out and watch. Has over 7 hours of free content, and also get your free money over on Moomoo if you open up and fund an account on their platform. Links down below in this video's description for all of the above. So thanks a lot for watching, and with that said, I'll see you in the next one.